So in this movie we're going to be looking at some of the navigation and tools available to you in Reader 9. If my screen doesn't look quite like yours, there are two reasons for that. One is that I'm working on an Apple Mac machine, and the second is that I've got the Pro version of Acrobat open. This is the program that actually creates the PDFs, but the tools that we use to get around them are the same whether you're using Reader or the Professional, and it's this line of tools on the toolbar. On your Reader, it's probably the only set of tools you can see. I've got these additional ones that you won't need to worry about. The first thing to tell you is that if your PDF opens and it looks like my screen does, which is that you can't see the whole document, then let me draw your attention to this tool first, which is all tools will offer. If you hover over them, if you don't click them but just sort of hover over them, they will give you a little line about what they do. And as you can see, this one offers us the opportunity to see the whole page at one go, and that might be quite useful just to sort of orientate yourself on the pages when they arrive. This was a document I created for our youth advisor earlier in the year. Coming, in my case, to the left, these next three are all to do with the sort of view, the zoom in, zoom out tools that are available to you. The little plus sign, again, if you click it, it will zoom in, and you can go in as close as you like. That might be quite useful with some of the smaller text involved in some of the documents we'll be sending you. Similarly, the minus does the absolute opposite, and that is just to zoom you out. The magnifying glass is quite a useful tool. If you click it with your left or primary click and then drag over, keeping the mouse click down, whatever area you highlight will then be zoomed in to fill most of your screen. So that again might be quite a useful tool to you. Let's move on to these two arrows, one of which is not lit at the moment because we're on page 1 of a 2-page document, and that's what this little area is telling us. So if we wanted to see what was on page 2, we would click the down arrow, and again let me come back here and just put the document into on the screen. And of course, as soon as you go to page 2, this display shows you are on page 2 of 2, and if you want to go back to page 1, you click the up arrow and that will take you back there. Some of the documents we'll be sending you have got notes attached to them, and to make sure you don't miss the notes, we may send you a view that looks like this, which is both pages at one time. Now, unless you've got incredibly good eyesight, that's going to be no use to you, but it will be important to show you that there are notes that attach to the principal questions, probably on page 1. So to put this document back into something that you can use and indeed read, you need to go to the View menu, and then when you've done that, come down to Page Display and use this option, Single Page Continuous. And again, the document will drop back into something that's far more familiar. You can just orientate yourself by clicking the full page Add a View icon, as we've already seen, and then move down to page 2 and back to page 1. So those are the principal tools that you'll need. There is one other thing to show you, and that is more than likely that you'll want to keep a hard copy of some of the forms that you produce for the Articles project. And so the last icon to show you is this one. It is the print document icon, and it will call up your printer and away you go from there. So I hope that's been helpful. The principal tools: printer, moving around from page to page, zoom in, zoom out are these, full page at one view is that one.